All right, well, here we are at the mine. Log cabin mine, if I remember right. This is government property, not state property. So it does not say no trespassing. So if anybody asks, we are here, and there's a sign up at the top. So read it. That's the best suggestion I got. So I think all this stuff's here because nobody's taken everything, which is cool. Because this is the reason why I'm here. And the reason why anybody else would want to come, right? Is because everything is here. It's kind of cool. It's awesome that it's all here. This place is super cool. So we could have camped down here. We choose to camp up at the top, which was nice also because the views were really awesome. Because you gotta remember, we're at 9,600 feet. I couldn't imagine working here. Personally, I'm good. But this is like that test where you find out, you know, who's good, who's not good. And Liz isn't so good in altitude, I found out. So, but man, there's a lot of cool stuff here. And I'm just so glad it's still here and nobody's taking it. There's no graffiti. It's just, that's awesome. But the weather must be tough here because this place sure got beat up in the weather. And for good reasons, I assume, right? Whew. Super cool though. Man. I forget the name of this. I will come back to it. It'll come to me. Like an emulsifier or I don't know, something like that. Where they split up all the ore. This place is so cool though. So, a lot of buildings that we'll be investigating, checking out. A lot of stuff that we'll be talking about. Oh man, right? So I think this mine ran like late 1800s, early 1900s. And then it sprung up again later on in time. I don't remember the dates exactly when it sprung up again, but it did. And, so there's like 2 times that this was up and running. There's like an earlier time and a later time. So you can see the older stuff like here, and then you go inside, there's some newer stuff in there. So, all right, moving on. Todd and Liz out. All right, well, here's a snow shed for a conveyor belt that drops into a hopper that's right down there. So I was just up there a minute ago. Man, this snow shed's really built though, all out of steel. And you can see it's really old. It's all square fasteners. But man, they sure built it, and they needed to because you're almost 10,000 feet. And a lot of snow. The weather, I'm sure, is really bad. So there's like a shaker deck. Here's where they like sorted out the ore, looks like. It went a couple different directions before it went up this conveyor belt to up there. It's super cool. Bunch of the electrical stuff. I love these chains. So there's like a motor up there that runs these chains, I guess, to break up all the rock and the ore as they sort it. There's a big old sprocket. The head frame. Wow. So we are in the log cabin mine up by Yosemite. And this is federal land. It's not private property. It's not state owned. So we're allowed to be here. We're just not allowed to touch anything or take anything. Duh. That's just common sense. But they allow us to be here, which is super cool to be able to check stuff out. I don't know. I always think it's part of history. This is the sprocket. Must be that gear down there must have ran this. It's awesome. And this is why I own a Jeep. Because I love all this stuff. Another ladder and a manway that goes out, but there's no door. They've sealed it shut. The ore bin, right there. So that was the older way of doing it, I think. So there was 2 times, I believe, this mine was going. I'd say late 18, early 1900s, and then another mining corporation or group came in and took it over later, 50s maybe or so. I don't know exactly. I don't remember the history. I probably should know. But all this stuff's super cool. Yeah, it's nice that it's all here. Here's some spare belts. Let's throw some belts on this thing and get it going. Wow. Right? Crazy. A hopper. It's the old ore bin. It's the way you opened and closed the door to the ore bin. Neat. All right, a lot to explore here. God, there's got to be like 20 buildings. So, all right, hey, someone lost their spring. So, extra spring or spring fell out of this thing. It's a shaker deck of some sort. All right, on to the next building. There we go. I think that's the sprocket that went up there, maybe. I don't know. I could be wrong there too. Crazy. All right, on to the next location. All right, so I'm down here now. Here's a winch. And if you can see, and I'll see if I can get over there, but there's an old manway down there. Woo-wee, crazy. But all of this slowly deteriorating. And then there's the ore bin that we were just in a minute ago, where there's another like snow shed manway type thing up there. And then, as you can see, there's a cable going in here. So let's check out what's in here. So look at that. Another winch. It's kind of cool. Hot seat. Controls. Winch. This one's electric. Kind of shit tells its time, I guess. There's the number counter. So that came later. The old counter's gone. That used to be from there. So it looks like 4. So 4 levels down. Be my guess from here. So it's a cool winch. And then ta-da! Look at that. Ingersoll Rand air compressor. Looks like a dual stage. The belt's gone. It's all the electrical here. It's kind of cool. Gotta sit in the hot seat. Oh yeah, it's nice and comfy. Oh yeah, I could do this for hours, right? So I don't really want to pull in the controls. My luck, I'll let the winch cable go, because that one's the brake, and I think this one's the one that engages it to go up, and it's gear driven. With that motor, you can tell the age here, copper wire, not aluminum. And look at the switch panel. Holy crap, right? So cool. Wow, just so neat. So dual stage compressor, Ingersoll Rand, New York City. Still full of oil, she's ready to go. Crazy, right? Obviously electric also. Man. Huh. I guess the belt broke. Everybody just said, all right, that's it, we'll quit. Wow, right? Man, it's been loud in here. I'm pretty sure back in the day when this stuff was going, nobody had earmuffs on. Just went for it. Just went deaf. Don't know why that happened. The switch panel. Huh. Cool. It's a good mine. Still got a lot of stuff in it. Just really high up. All right, on to the next building, because there are many. Out we go. Well, there's a cool hang on, ore cart, what am I saying? It's a, I guess an elevator, or your, you know, the way you got up and down the shaft. Man, how sketchy, huh? What's crazy about this? It's that don't look so good. And that there is just dirt. There's no wood structure or anything. So you go, huh, it's crazy. Huh. I guess that would be your elevator or mine shaft or whatever, but all the wood and everything, it was here at one point, because it had to have been something. It's gone, it's all down there. There's 4 levels down there, so it's pretty plugged up, I'm sure. All right, crazy.